My mother always says you are the best I ever had. You came up in conversation today. I don't understand why people keep bringing you up. Talking about you makes me feel uncomfortable. It's like they think we are in some sort of a relationship, but we both know that's not the case. That we aren't on talking terms, that this is a one-sided pursuit. For some reason you just can't seem to let me go. 7 billion people in the world, and yet you pursue me relentlessly, like I am the apple of your eye, the meant to be, your one true Eden. I remember the first time we met like it was yesterday. I was quiet, in awe, overwhelmed, and you were so kind. In your arms I felt like I could conquer the world. The first time I got to really know you, I felt satisfied, complete, as if until now I had been preparing for the day that I would meet you. But now I feel so distant from you. Don't worry, it's not you, it's me. You see, I don't really have the time, and when I do, I don't really have the energy, and when I do, I don't really have the will. And this long distance thing, it's not really working out anymore for me. I think I need a break. You are demanding, always jealous, seeking, pushing me to perfection. It's too complicated. I dislike complicated, but my mother always says you are the best I ever had. This thing called love, they keep talking about it as if there were many sources of it. They say they see it in me, but why can't they see that I'm just a mere reflection of something that has already been perfected in you? Such is my love to thee, I so belong, that for thy right myself will bear all wrong. Shakespeare said that. He must have met you somewhere. I hear love is blind, but I know it falls because the creator of sight and light had eyes and chose me. It is a scarcely understood truth, abundantly found, thrown around as if my wickedness were scribbles made by washable markers and not the deepest ink etched into the depths of my skin. You chose to see my narrow mind, my vain body, my fickle heart, my self-indulgent soul, and you loved despite. They keep asking me if you saved my life, but the answer is no, for what does not exist, how can it be saved? You see, you did not just save my life, you gave me life. Before I met you, I was only a periodic table of elements, strewn together by what some people call natural selection, but the beats and breaths, signs of living things. I know I work better now because I don't have that aching pain on the left side of my chest anymore. I don't feel suffocated. I guess it's why my mother always says you are the best I ever had. I looked for you in other faces, in many places, but you set the bar above the stars so no one could reach it. I tried lowering my standards instead until I became someone who had a whole lot of less. Blaming others for the emptiness that came from within when the hole in me could only be filled by someone as whole as you. Maybe it's time for us to talk again. Go over past wounds and future covenants. I promise this time it will be different. This time I will be more faithful. This time I won't care what my friends think about you. And maybe my actions will relate that I love you more than my Facebook posts. And maybe what would you do would inscribe itself on my mind more than my wristband. My heart longs to be with you because you are home. Aching for a covenant so deeply branded into the very essence of me, in the absence of time and space. When we meet Romeo and Juliet, Tristan and Isolde, Dave and Paro, a love story that will make the legends blush. The story of Christ and his bride dressed in white, coveting what is right, praising continuously him who is light. The universe will stop and stare at the glorious reunion between the creator and the creation, a happily ever after written by the very one whose word himself, until words like me and mine are erased and lost in your perfect will. I can't wait for the day when we are face to face. I know I don't deserve you, but let's face it, mothers have a tendency to be right. And my mother always says you are the best I ever had.